Selamat sejahtera to Dr. Niza. We are from Group 9 and we would like to present our video presentation. Our topic is Constructivism in International Relations by Alexander Wendt. Our group consists of 5 members. Our group members are Andrina Ellis, 69113, Rauda, 71374, Shafika, 71507, Valvinder, 71865, and Zeta, 72031.
Constructivism claims that it is a personal experience into the environment, and this experience have a tremendous impact on the view of people about how the world works. People with a variety of knowledge, feelings, and ability come to a learning situation, and this is where learning should begin. Within the learners, this knowledge exists and it develops as a peoples interact with their others and the environment. Objective of this writing is to learn and understand more about the constructivism which is related to international relations. Now, let's have a look on what is constructivism in international relations. According to Aldred, the center of argument about constructivism, therefore, relates not to the theoretical clash between science and literary perception or STOS, but it also associated to social science itself, and therefore the field of international relations. Next, constructivism in international relations was originally developed as a mostly interpretive method theory, a form of reflectivity, critically of scientific approach to the study of social science. Who is Alexandria Wendt? Alexandria Wendt is an American political scientist and one of the greater influencer theorists of the social constructivists in international relations. He was identified as the leading theorist of constructivism in international relations with the public of Wendt's essay, "And Anarchy is What States Make of It, the Social Constructivism of Power Politics" in 1992. Now let's have a look on what is Alexandria Wendt and international relation is all about. Constructivism, narrowly defined, is a theoretical philosophy that conceives the essential elements of international relations as a social construct. Elements such as authority, norms, desire, and even personality are not immutable facts that indirectly define constructivism.
Next, I will present about theory with a literature background. In the international system, constructivism is a structure theory that makes three fundamental claims by Wendt 1998. The first fundamental that he stated is in international political theory analysis that are the main units. Meanwhile, the second fundamental is the key structures in the system of states are intersubjective rather than material. And the last one, which is third fundamental, state identities and interests are primarily constructed by this social structure rather than by external structures. Next is constructivist social theory. In basic theory is that humans act against objects on the basis of the meaning that the object have about them, including other actors. By Wendt 1992, people always deny about something against them and cause them to react against certain things that did not sit well with them. Anything that has negative information about them, it might lead to disagreement or argument with other people. According to Wendt 1999, two fundamental concepts of constructivism have been increasingly embraced by foreign political students. The first fundamental is human association structure are fundamentally defined by shared idea instead of by material influences. And the second fundamental is the identities and interests of purposeful actors are not provided by nature but are built by these shared ideas. And the last one is, as Wendt 1999 stated, constructivism is an epistemology as well as an ontology. Among postmodernists, since concept build the universe very simply.
Analysis and main point. Constructivism is the theory which helps people use their own knowledge to learn about new knowledge rather than just gain knowledge by listening to others. According to TESS 2017, the world and what we should know the world is constructivism as socially built. As for example, Alexander Wendt points out that United States is less affected by 500 British nuclear weapons than 5 North Korea nuclear weapons. This is because they are not in terms of friendship or animosity. Also, states that share same belief and understanding with each other also can help states to gain something. In this case, if the state have the same belief, it will easier for them to understanding each other's culture and can help to gain something to make the state become more stronger. Alexander Wendt also revealed that the limitation of the concept of anarchy from neorealist and neoliberal theories in explaining international relations. In his book, Anarchy is What States Make of It, the Social Construction of Power Politics in 1992. Other than that, Wendt highlight the importance of ideas, which is knowledge in international relationship in his theory. Firstly, Wendt point out that the structure of human association are determined primarily by ideas rather than material force. Secondly, Wendt point out that the identity and interests of purposive actors are constructed by these shared ideas rather than given by nature. When interpret that everything has a material base, for example, bodies for people and theories for state, but what really distinguish those actors with different identity are shared idea like consciousness of memory. Thus, Alexander Wendt categorized identities into 4 types. The first one is person or corporate, second one is type, the third one role, and the fourth one is collective. Thirdly, Wendt points out that belief that nation interests include the 4 objective interests of survival, autonomy, independence, economic well-being, and collective self-esteem. Identity is a prerequisite for interest because an actor cannot know what he wants until he knows what he has. According to Alexander Wendt, 1999, constructivism, identity, and interest consist of shared ideas and the material force in the system, and it's remarkable that shared ideas occupy the leading part. We can conclude that identity is a prerequisite for interest. While they influence each other, they jointly determine action, and that's why idea is the basic of action. Through the mechanism of interaction, different characteristics of anarchy can be produced. On the basis of different nature of interaction between countries, when believed that there may be a variety of anarchy cultures, and he summarized 3 different international system anarchy culture, which is Hobbesian, Lockean, and Kantian. Hobbesian culture is state that have not shared idea and invariably enemies. This culture have 4 features, which is States tend to take strong action to change the current situation and treat each other as enemies. The second one is decision-making tends not to consider the prospect rather than prepare for the worst situation in the future. The third one is military power is treated as key point, and the state will fight with enemies if war breaks out. The second one is lock-in culture. Regarding lock-in culture, state may have shared ideas with others. Therefore, the state treats other state as its rival. In this culture, there are four features, which is the state must adhere to the sovereign. Lock-in culture has four features, which is the state must adhere to the sovereignty of each other at the status quo. Second one is nature of rational behavior. The third one is military power is still important, and the fourth one is rival will limit their violence if war breaks out. The lastly is Kantian culture. This culture is one state treats another as friend, which is will develop and share institutions. This culture have two features, which is cannot use war or risk of war to settle disputes, and they will fight as team when one of them is threatened by third party. Since Wendt proposed his theory, it has come under scrutiny. On the other hand, some point out that Wendt carved out a new way to explain the relation between states. Thus, Wendt theory will be likely criticized by both sides, which is neoliberal and neoliberalism. Thus, Wendt theory will be likely criticized by both sides, which is neoliberal and neoliberalism. For instance, the neoliberal scholar Robert Cohen criticized Wendt for a wrong orientation of neoliberalism, and he incorporated neoliberalism into materialism. Moreover, constructivist scholar Martha Finmore pointed out that Wendt theory ignored the influence of international organization. Regarding of all the criticized by others, Wendt theory helps to expand international relation understanding of anarchy and of phenomena that can be not explained well by others, especially in the dissolution of the Soviet Union.
For conclusion, we have learned and understand more about constructivism related to international relations. We know that the existence of this theory, and we find out who Alexander Wendt is and what he has to do with the constructivism in international relations. Within the learner, this knowledge exists and is developed as people interact with their others and the environment. People always deny, think about something against them and cause them to react against certain things that did not sit well with them. Anything that has negative information about them, it might lead to disagreement or argument with other people. Therefore, the existence of Alexander Wendt's theoretical work can enhance our understanding of national identity, interest, and action. In addition, this broadens our understanding of anarchy and phenomena that cannot be well explained by other theories.
So this is our progress report. Our group has been given a scholar named Alexander Wendt by lecturer, and we need to do a group report and video presentation about the scholar. We have divided our part before we started to do the report. Our group report will consist of introduction, the theory with literature background, analysis and main points, conclusion, and our progress report. Each member will do each part that they choose. For the video presentation, we decided to do slide presentation of our report. Each member must do voiceover for their own part or slides in the video. Next is problem that our group have faced. The first problem that we have encountered was we did not really understand the assignment instruction. It became a problem for us as we cannot meet our lecturer face to face to get further and clear explanation of the assignment. Another problem that we faced was we could not meet face to face with group members to discuss together. We also faced unstable internet problems that make it difficult for us to stay in touch and discuss with other group members. Lastly, ways to solve the problem. We managed to solve this problem by discussing through social media applications such as WhatsApp. This is because that was the only way to do our work together. Each group member responded actively in the group chat and helped to give ideas to do the report. Every member in the group also helped each other whenever one of us was having problem to do their own part in the report. That's all for our presentation. Thank you.